ちょっとだけ音小さくできる？ちょっとだけでいいよ。What's up, Dean? Bro. So I started my playthrough yesterday because I wanted to try the game. But I'm still in like the first area, I think, and I decided then that I really like this game and I want to keep playing it. So I'm gonna stream it, right? That's what I decided. So I stopped playing at the checkpoint that I was at, and I was gonna pick it back up today, streaming it. Now, as usual, you guys are gonna have to tell me what you think about the sound. Can you hear me? Can you hear the game? What's the sound like? Margarita Day? Is that a thing? Oh god. Why would you have Margarita Day on a Sunday? I guess why not? Why not, right? Game and audio sound good? Fantastic. My impressions of this game so far, I love the art style. I love the music. The music is one of the best parts so far. And then another really great thing is that you can tell that it's kind of a rich world and it has its lore, but the lore is very non-intrusive. And you guys know I love that because I'm not really a big fan of lore in video games. I like it when the world is fully realized and fleshed out, because you can feel that when you play a game even if you don't engage with the lore much. But I do not want to have to sit through cutscenes of characters talking and expository dialogue between characters written by fucking video game writers who aren't even good writers. But with this, it's like you can tell it's there and it's just in the background, and I'm picking up enough of it that I'm like intrigued about this world, and that's kind of perfect. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, these enemies are really dangerous. You have to like attack them before she hits you, otherwise she just kills you. And you can't do a down swipe. So we're starting on a death, that's good. I'm still warming up though. I'm gonna get good at this game. I really like it. And even better, there's a 2. Do you guys think I should move my camera? Let's move the camera actually. I think that might be better, right? Now let's get back to it. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Frame. Hey, what's up? No can do slurms. Gonna kick her ass this time. Nice. Get my stuff. Okay, here's the dodge, and here's the parry. Gotta remember those two. I'm gonna lure out the jumpy guy first. Dodge the fire. Nice, we're doing well. Blasphemous 2 is even more amazing. That's great, because that means as much as I like this already, there's a whole other like great game for me to enjoy after this, which is a great feeling, you know. The trailer for the Lies of P DLC, yeah, I did. Damn, that's gonna be so crazy. I loved Lies of P. Lies of P is like one of my favorite games. I only played it one time, but it's damn, that game was fun. The weapon customization was really good. The combat was really good. Can I get her too? Nope. Yeah, that's going to be amazing. Lies of P DLC is great news. Oh, I could have executed her. The executions are so good as well in this game. Damn. I don't think I have to fight this one, so I'm just going to not. This is as far as I've made it. I got here yesterday. And this is where I gave up for the day. There's a ghost. Yeah, I know. Just because I read that, I fell behind my pattern and I lost it. Not your fault, my own. There we go. Get that guy. Oh yeah, there's magma here. Hey, there's one more ghost? That's so shit. Oh, it's gonna be really hard fighting her over there. Ah. We sort of find the perfect spot to fight her in, but we're low on HP now. These nuns just look great. The enemy designs are just really, really great. Nothing happened? Okay, maybe I need something. Need something else here. Okay. We'll come back. I'm gonna use my last heal here. I've never made it here before. The platforming is like surprisingly retro as well. The whole thing of you having to get onto a platform, but there's a monster there that can knock you back and into a pit. It's very like classic Castlevania in that sense. Okay, let's try left first. Okay, this seems like progression to me. Look how good it looks as well. So we're gonna check out right first. There might be, you know, a shortcut, They have okay, same vibe. They have Dark Souls like shortcuts back to previous areas, which is good. The look, save shrine. We made it to the next checkpoint. That was well played. That was well played. The multi-scrolling backgrounds. Oh damn, a character, huh?
From a place of blessings have I been entrusted with watching over you, penitent one. Thus it has been arranged.
Yeah, this game is really cool. There are many games like this. I think a lot of people are doing retro side-scroller games. And I've been interested in a couple. I kind of wanted to play Valfaris after watching Eris stream it. There are Metroidvania elements. Yeah, I've been to areas before where there are unlockables and doors that I can't reach because I don't have, I can't jump high or far enough, or I don't have the right projectile or weapon. So yeah, there are definitely elements. And if you look at the map, it's exactly the Super Metroid map. But this seems to be a step up in terms of quality and personality, which is why I need something to keep me occupied until Monster Hunter Wilds comes out next week. And I just thought maybe I'll just jump into this. I was bored and I'm so happy I did, because I don't buy that many games. I try to go deep on one game, but this is slam dunk so far.
My name is Viridiana. I have been granted a gift with which I can assist you in carrying your burden.
Viridiana.
But only you can make that choice. Penitent one in silence, will you require my assistance with your next task?
Nah.
Here I shall remain, lest you change your mind.
I don't need help from some girl in a bathrobe. I kill my own monsters. Oh, there's a boss. Did she just offer to help me with a boss? How embarrassing. No thanks. I do my own slaying. Organic slaying. From locally sourced frames. Cloistered sapphire. So these are power-ups that you can equip on your rosary. Fills the wearer with determination, electrifying the very air around him after he performs an execution. That sounds pretty cool. What does this do that I have on? Fall recovery speed. That's also pretty cool. Fervor, not interested in that. Protection against flames could be good, situational. Magic defense. What's up, Foken? Electrifies the air after parrying. So is this going to be a parry boss that you have to parry? I hope so. Scratching like a fiend for wilds. I like your choice of words. Yeah, it's going to be sick. I mean, it's going to be sick. I can't wait to try the new lance. Okay, there's something in the background. Something's going to pop out, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, damn. I'm guessing we go for the brain. Yeah. Oh, damn, okay. I haven't had time to look at his name. Our Lady. Oh, this is the... That's a lady? Well, you know. Okay. I can get a double in if I do a lateral attack. Damn. Wow, okay. I'm eating shit right now. Probably focus more on evasion and less on damage. If you don't die, you can't lose. Like that, yeah, that's much better. Yeah, focus on staying alive. Oh, it's going so much better since I shifted my focus to that. Those like slowly home. She's got homing attacks. Ah, too close. Okay. I feel confident about the second try. It's ma'am. Yeah, she's got... I mean, you know, I didn't think it was a lady at first, but who might assume? Some people identify as giant wax-covered corpses. Focus on survival. Oh damn. He says as he gets hit. Do you not have iframes during the dodge? You can't get the hand, I'm assuming. This is the hard one. That's what your mom said when she touched my dick. That's better. Much better. That's bad. Perfect, okay. 2 hands? She's about to throw hands. Oh, wow. That was not the right spot to heal. I got desperate though. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be able to reflect some of these balls. Orange, red. Yeah, maybe the ones that are glowing you can actually deflect in that. Maybe you can deflect them onto the head. That'd be good. I like the fact that it's hard. If this game was easy, I would have been very disappointed in it. I really don't, as I grow older, don't have time for easy video games. It just feels so pointless. Oh wow. Gotta play perfectly now. Nice. Nice, thank you. I had a feeling it was going to be something like that. But thanks for the backseat. Oh damn, wrong angle. Heal when she moves, that's a good idea. Damn, this game is good. I'm so like focused and into this right now. It hasn't asked me if I want to buy additional content once. It hasn't had a pop-up with a little store where I can buy panties for my main character. It hasn't asked me to share my excitement about Blasphemous with my friend on their little like fucking weird app or whatever. It hasn't advertised Chipotle to me once. I mean, to its detriment. That's what I look for in a modern day fighting game, especially. Some advertisement for my favorite chicken restaurant, you know. Damn, we're not doing so hot, guys. That was good though. Okay, that one okay, that one okay. This is the DPS face when she's standing like this. Oh damn, she got fast. Clean! That last enrage phase was clean. That was clean. Ah, oh, get owned. Ooh. First try? Yeah, I know. I mean, it was first try-ish. Right? Uksum. Shishin. Look at this guy. That guy right there looked like what the average Tekken Cobra is going to look like when they read the Season 2 patch notes. Hey, did you guys hear Big Nose got banned? Is that true? Did they ban Big Nose? What did they ban him from? A tournament?
In the name of the great ordeal and the sons of the miracle.
For cyberbullying, okay. Who did he bully?
When you humbled yourself before my most holy body, you have been granted the presence of my golden visage, custodian of one of the three sorrows of the soul in penance. Our miracle has chosen me amongst all the pious, just as it chose you.
Pious? Is that how you say that? I was pretty sure it was pious. Then again, you pronounce the noun is piety. The noun is piety. So maybe this is pious. That makes sense to me. He had pretty racist stuff on his Twitch. I heard he had like racist, like dumb stuff. Yeah, it's my first blind run. I know nothing about this Jon Snow. Like my Discord is filled with fucking weebs who jerk off to wall scrolls. And all these fucking, like, my Discord is like the fucking most hikikomori ass Bakugaijin weebs ever, right? They're collecting figurines, they're fucking trying to learn hiragana. So I'm worried. Like I've said, because I love the people in my Discord. It's really, really fun to like interact with them and read the regulars, their conversations. But I have to put in disclaimers saying that this is just a space and I'm not like responsible for what people write here, just so you know. But I also don't jump in and write racist stuff. I don't think we've had racist stuff on my Discord. There was one guy when the Discord was new and we were getting like, you know, hundreds of new members. There was this guy going on a like anti-Russian rant about how he wanted to like, there was something about ethnic cleansing or whatever. It's the only guy I've ever banned. But I'm like, dude. The only Russian who needs to be cleansed is Dragonov and is running too. Hey, what's up, Kyle Fields? Look at this guy.
You have carried out the first humiliation of penance. You have been allowed to behold the...
It's so Catholic. This whole thing is very, very Catholic. It's like you're guilty. You have to go humiliate yourself. You have to humble yourself. It's just like, it's all about self-flagellation and putting yourself down, which is one of my favorite like aesthetic aspects of Christianity.
You have yet to prostrate before two...
Okay, so basically I killed one boss. I need to kill two more bosses. Got it. It's like a Zelda type deal. You're not on the Discord? You guys should join. I'm gonna make a password and put it in the chat or something later. Ooh. Oh, this is to level up your sword. Yeah, this sword is called Mea Culpa. It's a little bit on the nose. City of the Wolves? No, I don't think I've heard about that. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Okay, what should we buy? Sacred Thrust. The Penitent One takes advantage of the dodge impulse to thrust Mea Culpa at enemies furthest away. Attack while dodge. So it's a dodge attack. That sounds super sick. Takes advantage of the speed of a fall to perform a plunging attack. Doesn't sound like my sort of thing. Fervorous Blood. Sacred technique that allows the bearer of Mea Culpa to use the cut of its blade to bless its own blood and turn it into a throwing weapon. Consumes fervor. Ranged attack. Ranged attack seems a little bit little bit cheap. But you could use it to reach switches and stuff in areas that I haven't gotten to yet. Concentrate the power on the blade, allowing the penitent one to release its full potential in a single but incredible... Okay, so it's a charged attack. That sounds sick. That sounds sick. And a 4th combo finisher. Okay. That's good. We want a 4th combo finisher. We want the charge attack, for sure. And we want the dodge attack. It perfects the lunge technique and makes it even better. Makes even better use of the dodge impulse, making it reach further. Okay, I'll take that. Damn, I can like buy everything already. City of the Wolves. It's a fighting game. I've heard of Gato. Is it Gato? An upward slash combo as a finisher. A new finisher? We'll take the new finisher as well. Damn, we bought so many new techniques, but because we're not fucking pussies, we didn't buy the projectile. Because we're going to fight at close range, like Chads. Nice. Charge attack. Okay, it doesn't seem very good. It's going to be hard to be immobile for this long. But it's super sick looking. It's Gato? Okay. Gato. That's another word for wolf in Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and what about this dodge attack? Ooh! It's kind of timing specific. Not into SNK games. Listen, before I started playing Tekken, I played no fighting games. I mean, I tried a couple. And then after playing Tekken, I started to like try out some anime stuff and some 2D stuff. I played a bit of, DNF Duel and Guilty Gear and stuff, but I basically don't know what SNK is. I don't know what it is. And there's so many names and so many versions of all of these fucking games. Like every Street Fighter game comes out in 16 different editions. SNK versus Street Fighter on a Tuesday, fucking SNK Revival Special Edition Wolf Balls. And then all the characters just look like a fucking blonde guy in a jacket, and they have the same name. So it's very, very difficult. It's very opaque. I have no fucking clue what it's all about. So, you know. I wonder where I'm supposed to go. Is Street Fighter still Pong? Yeah. I liked Street Fighter for about 5 days. And then I realized that I was wasting my time because it's fucking Pong and I'm probably never going to play Street Fighter again. It's Pong. Yeah, Street Fighter's Pong. Totally. Oh wow, Big Danny. Timing is strict though. Oh, you can go, oh, he killed her in one hit. It's super strong. How do you not buy this? Imagine buying the projectile and not buying this. Poisonous Agasu? Okay, maybe we'll try and go through here. We'll just brute force it. Okay, that didn't work. Because there's a checkpoint right here, so I can try this area as many times as I need and figure out how to get through it. I don't think there's like an anti-gas item or something. Street Fighter character design sucks. Well, people are like excited about Virtua Fighter right now, but I mean, every one of those characters is it's literally just a guy, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Virtua Fighter is also probably the worst name for a fighting game I've ever heard. They should rebrand. Can't believe that kills in one hit. It's so buff. That's so buff. It's my new favorite move. It's like Bob's Ford 4-2. Sega, yeah. But there was a guy who sent me to get olive oil. I wonder if he's around. The most difficult fighting game, really? I mean, people say that about Tekken, or said that about Tekken for the longest time. I think in Tag 2, in 6 and Tag 2, it probably was one of the hardest fighting games. In 7, it became a lot easier. Like, when I started playing Tekken, you had to sit down and practice all kinds of things. You had to learn instant while standing. You had to learn crouch cancel. You had to learn all these little techniques, you know? And then in 7, very, very few instances of you having to actually do crouch cancel, having to instant while standing, having to just frame. And then in Tekken 8, they made it so much better because now all you have to do is, like, if you like green, you can press the green button and your character will run forwards while screaming with impenetrable plus on block heat engaging mids. And you don't have to think about anything else, which is why it's the best Tekken game in my opinion. Like, who wants to like sit down and play a video game and like do stuff, you know? I prefer this new genre of video game called idle games that you put them on your phone and then you put your phone away and the game plays itself when you're not looking, and then you can drop in on it and feel good about yourself having made progress, even though all you've done is download a fucking app and then ignored it, right? Because agency and effort are very, very old and tired concepts, and I don't think they have any place in this modern world, right? So hopefully by the time we get to Tekken 9, I can just go onto the roster, pick Jin, and then I get max rank the moment I pick Jin, and then I can just walk around and be max rank for the rest of my life. I think that would be the ideal Tekken game. But it looks like that's where we're headed, so, you know, I'm very hopeful. Make a donation. I'll give you 2,000. I'll give you 2,025 for good luck. What, I get nothing? Confessor. Cleanse your guilt. Yep, let's do that. Hey, what's up, Giovanni? Tithe? If it's a tithe, how is it a donation? A tithe is like a tax, right? So I think we have to find the next like area with the next boss, and I think the path branched off around here. Love the way they die. The animations are so excellent. And the music is 10 out of 10 so far. Non-intrusive, very moody. It's kind of Diablo 2-like, the music, honestly, which is high praise. Super Castlevania 4? Yeah. Oh yeah, we can look at the map. I forgot about the map. So my theory is Graveyard of the Peaks. Maybe over here or over here. There'll be a new area to go to. One thing I do not like about these Castlevania style games is when you get super lost in them, you know? And the next area might be like some... That is so good. It's so good. Are you going to play Avowed, or you're not into RPGs? Well, with Avowed, I like the box art. It just looks cool. That weird pink plant skeleton. But one thing I like RPGs, but I don't like narrative in my video games too much. I like my games to be very, very silent and for me to be allowed to explore the world. I find dialogue, expository dialogue, and too much story extremely intrusive to my experience. And so the worst kind of video game for me that I do not want to play is when there's a 3D character standing like this and going, well, you could do this and go on this quest for me, and then they're talking and then you get like dialogue options. That to me is grating and horrible, and I don't want to have to experience it. Look at this game. It's got extreme amounts of atmosphere. If I want to learn something about the lore, I can go into these items and like look for the lore. But if I don't, it's in the background and it's just reinforcing the mood. But it's very focused around gameplay. And it might be a weird perspective of mine, but that's what I'm like. And I don't look for writing or dialogue or story in video games. I'll be honest, I've almost never seen a story in a video game that I found impressive. I scratch that itch in other places, you know? If I want to, like, I've said this before, but if I want to see good writing, I'll probably read a book. But if I want good gameplay, I can't get that from a book. So that's why I don't tend to not play games like Avowed, although I really do like RPGs. My favorite aspect of RPG games is when you get, there's build diversity, and you get to build your own cool character. There are all kinds of like ways you can build and change, you know, the play style depending on what you feel like. So there's like expression, and then I also want the games to be difficult so that there's skill expression as well, and a learning process. You know what I mean? Stay away from Kingdom Come Deliverance, yeah. Momo, Big Nose, and Meduse banned from competing. Have you talked about it? I just saw Mike Hollow's video on Big Nose. Has Meduse been banned as well? Okay, maybe somebody could give me like a TLDR on what they did. I heard with Big Nose there was some sort of... there were some like racism allegations or whatever. But, I mean, mainly my perspective is that I don't care. I've never cared about offline Tekken, or I have, but I don't anymore. Because I think it's a racket, you know? I think it's a complete fucking racket. I will say, oh, look how cool this looks, like Bloodborne. Hell yeah. Okay, here's my take on... You guys just have to answer one thing for me, because I also don't want to give like knee-jerk reactions without like informing myself a little bit. Who has banned them? Is it Bandai Namco, or is it some random TO running an independent tournament? Is Bandai Namco involved in banning these people from competing? If you can answer that, I'll give you one piece of a take that I have on it. Perfect parries, because I'm good like that. Event organizers. Another excellent execution animation. They're pointing fingers. Okay, so I'll say this. If you're running some sort of private enterprise and or like a tournament, and then you find out that somebody who's about to participate has been, and I don't know if this is true because I'm not gonna waste my time going into reading like old Discord messages and tweets so that I have something to be upset about, right? Like I'm playing a great fucking video game, I'm streaming now, and then I'm gonna go to work, and then come home and like hang out with my girlfriend, you know? I'm not looking to get like into silly internet drama. But if Bandai Namco are the ones who are involved in banning and canceling people, all I'll say is that they have literally no ground to stand on, and they can't moralize because Bandai Namco are fucking scumbags. For example, Bandai Namco have licensed and produced actual Tekken pornography. They've tried to hide it since. I have the images and a short video of the softcore pornographic photo shoot that Bandai Namco did for Maxim magazine with models dressed up as Lily and Xiaoyu and Christy, like showering and touching each other, right? And this was back in like I think the Tekken 4 days when Xiaoyu was in the lore was 16 or 17 and Lily was 16. So Bandai Namco have made live action lolly porn and put that like out there. So for them to be like, no, we can't have this, the racist guy in our tournaments or moralizing in any way is fucking pathetic. And this is why I have this folder with despicable shit that Namco have done on my desktop. Whenever they try and like moralize or talk about how it's all about the culture and the players and fist meets fate or whatever, you know, Namco is more like fist meets asshole, dude. I just want to remind them of the fact that they are dirty old fucking scumbag perverts, just like everybody else. Now, if you didn't know about the Tekken porn thing, I did a video like 2 years ago or something called The Embarrassing Namco Iceberg, and it's just me talking about like weird perverted shit that Namco have done in like an iceberg format, and I show some of the censored images of the Tekken porn that they made in that video. I think I put like a little bit of censorship around where the assholes would be. Links, well, this was like 2 years ago, Venom, and I have the images. The video of them doing the photo shoot with the girls in the shower and everything is really, really hard to find. I found it on like some weird French website, and my firewall was like going crazy, warning me about the site. So it feels like there's been an effort by Namco to bury this. So I don't know if you're going to be able to find it anymore, but you know, just Google Tekken Maxim photo shoot and you'll find it. I'm not making this up. So again, I don't know if Namco were involved in the ban, but I'll just say this. Namco should never ever pretend to have any moral high ground, because they are pathetic, dishonest perverts. I mean, if nothing else, then they are responsible for ruining the entire culture of Tekken for profit. Can you do this off a ledge to like get distance? That would be cool. No, not really. I gotta try out my new like 5-hit combo as well. That's scary. Falling is instant death in this game. But yeah, I mean, I haven't cared about offline Tekken in a long time, and the whole thing with recreational outrage online, this person's racist, this tweet is problematic, or whatever. I mean, around the same time that I stopped reading the news, trying to keep myself updated with what happens in the world, I stopped like looking at those sorts of things as well, and it's just very, very liberating to not give a fuck about any of it. So I guess that's my take.
Indeed, sister of mine, our encounter is approaching. The miracle will protect me. I do not need your protection this time. Leave me alone.
Bleeding build and remnant, that's cool. Techinepedia has it. There you go. I mean, the whole thing is so silly because I think, for example, I've said the words pornography and lolly right now in this video, which probably means that some sort of algorithm robot is going to make sure that this video is not recommended to anybody, even though it's just a chill playthrough of Blasphemous or whatever, you know. And I'm not advocating for anything immoral or controversial at all. This entire like strange filtering war, political war that is going on with like everything that is expressing anything or nothing online is, it's one of the most boring things that has ever happened. It is about as uninteresting as anything gets. I'm rid of guilt. Hey, thanks. So, I know that this is one thing that I looked up. If I equip this thing, there's a portal and I can go into like an enemy rush mode here. Do you still play T7? Not really, no. Found it on Reddit without any effort. That's good. That's good. It's good that it's out there for people to find, because I think it's an important piece of Tekken history. Yeah, you gotta hold it. This is a new enemy type. Okay, that's the first wave. Nice and clean, no damage. Oh, wow. These guys got moves. How are these like little skeleton dudes this powerful? Should have used my special move right there to burn them. These girls are easy. Not in that way. Or I don't know. I haven't tried, but get the projectiles first. There we go. I thought you were going to be able to reflect that, like in that boss fight. Guess not. Oh wow, lots of guys, okay. Her mom would be excited. Darkest dungeon. Oh, I won? That was way too easy. First try? Get owned. First try, get owned. Still playing WoW? No, I'm not, but I've seen that there are some very sort of rare, nice items in the trading post for transmog, and if I ever get back into it, I'm going to kick myself if I don't jump in and buy them now. So I will play, before the end of the month, I will play WoW once, just to buy those trading post items. The Blood Hunter harness. Sword core, which resounds with an inscrutable ringing, can be inserted into metal but makes its edge vibrate, causing its attacks to destroy certain immaterial projectiles, but reducing the elemental resistance of its wielder. Okay, I totally want to equip that. That sounds cool. It's nice to hear somebody not glaze Tekken. Well, okay. Most people don't glaze Tekken. Most people do not like Tekken 8. But the big content creators, most of them either genuinely do like Tekken 8, which I find very hard to believe. I think it's more likely that they just decide to stay away from the topic. Valentine's Day items? But doesn't it have the Bloodhunter harness this month? Oh, these are these candlestick guys who were super buff earlier. Nice dodge. Hell yeah. Getting good with the parry. That's so important in these games. Like, in the beginning... Oh, secret wall? Hey, thanks, Candlestick. Secret item. Like, in these games that have a perfect guard mechanic, just like risk embarrassing yourself, like exposing yourself to messing it up early, and get familiar with the timing and learn it, because they're usually such important mechanics to have later in the game. Like in Lies of P, you do not want to be bad at parrying. You really don't. Oh right, he has super range, I forgot. Clean? No, not clean. I got hit. Never mind. What are these platforms about? It feels weird that they would be here for no reason. Are they hiding something? Damn. Okay, never mind. The entire 5-man team of Arata got destroyed by the other team's Nina player during a... Yeah, well... And then he made a joke about Nina nerfs. So, first of all, fuck Harada, because Nina has needed nerfs for a really, really long time, and she's been ruining matches against people for a really, really long time. And it's cute that you want to make a joke about, oh, she's going to get nerfed now, she beat me, but the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter if she beats you, because Harada is trash at Tekken. I mean, if you've seen him play, he's not even beginner level, in my opinion, which means that the opposing player could have used any character to fuck him up easily. I don't know if Harada was using Feng. I know that's his favorite character, but Feng is also pathetically mega broken, just as Nina is. The fact of the matter is that the balance in your fighting game is absolute complete trash and below any criticism, and not only has it not been fixed, there hasn't even been an effort to fix it, okay? You have brought out no significant balance updates. There's been one since the game came out, one in like a whole year. And it didn't work because it didn't improve any of the aspects that really needed to be improved in terms of the balance, right? So yeah, I mean, Harada's trying to be like, you know, home with the Downies and hip with the kids or whatever, but the fact of the matter is, he needs to go fuck himself and fix his shitty video game. And then you see people like on Reddit and in comments saying, Harada's so cool, we want him as a playable character in the game. I mean, that would be narcissism on a level that I don't even think he's capable of, but who fucking knows? Let's go left first, yeah? No, let's go right first. Yeah, I was right. To go right first. It's not going to be a mimic chest, is it? This, okay, I'm going to read that later. Let me kill these, clansmen here. have faith in the developers. They are trying their best. I don't know if you're joking. I don't. Okay, that's it. I don't know if you're joking. So I'm gonna take your comment at face value. They are not trying, I think, at all. Definitely not their best, but I do not think they are trying at all. I think they have completely given up. And I think the reason they have completely given up is that successful Tekken games now are about how much you can monetize it, how much money you can make off of things that aren't proper balance and gameplay aspects. It's about the store, it's about the offline scene, it's about the Cup Noodle Red Bull sponsorships. And so there is no commercial incentive whatsoever to work on the balance, because if you improve the balance, it doesn't make you any money in the short term. We're still in the arcade version. Well, here's another thing, Oshka Moshka. If you go from having a game in the arcades for like a year to test it before you release it to the market, and then for the next version, you decide not to do that, you can't still have the same development cycle and mentality as when you released it in the arcade first, because you're not doing that anymore. You're bringing it directly to market, which means that the game should be prepared accordingly. If you needed one more year to make it good, and I mean, it's barely playable in my opinion right now. The cheating, the fucking deteriorating netcode, the bad balance and everything. If you needed one more year, then take one more year, but don't bring it to market. Not in early access, by the way. Not with early access or anything. They just brought it as a finished product directly to market, and then they lied about microtransactions and all these other things, right? So no, I don't think they're trying. Seguiria to your eyes like stars. Brief hymn to the night skies. Overwhelms the penitent one with fury of the righteous, increasing the speed of his attacks. That sounds really cool. Let's equip this new spell of mine. Yeah. So no, I don't think they're trying their best, and I know that wine gets better with time, but you can't release. Alright, I don't have the spell anymore. I got this instead. Damn, I got hit. You don't bring out like a new bottle of wine and then, I mean, it doesn't even work as an analogy, but like after a couple of weeks, it's like, actually, this wine doesn't contain these things. It's not what we said. And by the way, yeah, the wine analogy doesn't work, sorry. The money goes for hardworking devs. Okay, I'm Oshka Moshka, I'm gonna assume that you're a troll at this point. But if you believe that, I'm just gonna give you a friendly piece of advice. That might be an indication that you are a person who is quite easy to take advantage of, and I would just urge you to be very, very careful, especially with your money, and also with trusting people who are trying to get something from you. Try and be more aware of who's actually your friend and who isn't. But again, I'm going to assume that you're a troll based on what you're saying.
What I am offering you here, and may my eyes...
Empty tarnished sphere. This game is amazing, by the way. Let's talk about how great this game is. There's no trace of nacre left, but it retains just a hint of bluish sheen. Maybe nacre is a word for like the shininess of a pearl. Oshka Moshka equals VDX. Hey, lay off him. He's just hanging out in the chat. He has an opinion that most of my viewers wouldn't agree with, but, you know, doesn't make him a bad person. You get to like Tekken 8. I just don't agree with you. Fervor when destroying objects. Nah, I don't use the magic system in this game much.
Into you, though a small piece, trust me.
Key to the Chamber of the Eldest Brother. I think I know where that is. It's in the very beginning of the game. 400? Hell yeah. I'm Shibro? Okay.
What I am offering you here is
Same
as
thing.
illustrious as the first star of the night. And
Hey, what's up, Snake? You haven't played this? This is great. Protection against toxins. Oh. So this is how you survive that toxic area up there. Yeah, this is getting more Metrovania by the day, by the hour. Let's grind up some more souls and then go buy that, and then we'll go back to the toxic area. We'll do some backtracking after this. I need to find a checkpoint though. And a fast travel option back to the previous areas. Because I'm not going to run all the way back. Oh damn, this is a spicy area. I just failed completely, and I have no more heals, but you know. Haters gonna hate. Switching to wilds, yeah, we are. We are. And I was doing really quite good in the beta for wilds, and the main issue I had was the fact that my main weapon, the lance, while still awesome, had some very serious issues with it. But the really cool thing is that it's going to be significantly buffed in the main version of the game. I'm very sad that they didn't put the buffed version of the lance in the beta test so we could try it out. But based on what I've heard or read about what the changes are going to be in the full version, I think it's going to be sick. Can you duck the balls? Okay, you can duck the balls. So this is easy. Good. Lance is bare bones right now? Not really. I mean, in Iceborne it had the oh, you can't duck these, but you can duck the ones downstairs. Fake news. Okay, that's the new final hit of the combo. Wow! Oh, this game is excellent, dude. The new flow of the lance? Well, okay, I'll tell you what the problem is. And I'm approaching this as a fighting game player, or ex-fighting game player at this point. The problem is, the lance in World... What? This attack is so buff! Oh, damn, that's another great execution. I usually play only one character in fighting games. So if the game has a character that catches my eye, I'm giving it a thumbs up. Okay, but I don't know how interested you are in playing the game competitively, but the balance or design of all the characters matter because you have to play against all the different characters. And so, for example, if the balance is bad, one character is ridiculously overpowered, for example, then the community are going to flock to and overuse that character, and now you have to, even though you're just playing your favorite character, you have to now deal with that fact. Maybe your favorite character that catches your eye is one of the overpowered characters. Now there's a stigma attached to playing that character. Maybe you're like, for example, the Gigas players in 7, who like never really got significant balance updates to a weak character that really needed it, and so now you are constantly at a disadvantage for playing your favorite character. So I get that you have like a more simplistic approach to your opinion on balance and the roster, but when you start caring about the game and being good at it and winning at it more, these things inevitably start mattering, whether you main only one character or not, maybe even more, because what if your character is in a weird state balance wise? But I get it, like a lot of Tekken players right now, the main thing they do is like they go and play a couple of games, maybe in player match. They don't really care about, you know, getting the really high ranks. They think it's cool when the new maid costumes comes out. No, I don't want your help. Which, does that mean that there's going to be a boss? Maybe. But the fact that the average Tekken player now seems to be very, very casual in their approach to the game, which, you know, you're allowed to not try and get max rank and care a lot about balance or whatever. It's not a problem. But the game is quite obviously being catered to those players more than players like me, and that means that the developers have now inevitably alienated players like me. So it's not a game for me anymore. It's still making a lot of money though, because there are, I mean, the casual audience is by definition the larger audience, okay? If the average player was as good as Arslan Ash, then there would be like a top 10% even in that new group. And the most commercially viable way of developing the game would be to cater to the largest demographic in the community. So I think the frustration that you're hearing from a lot of the legacy players like me are that we're not the target audience anymore, and it means that all of these things that we loved about the game are inevitably going away. But from a commercial standpoint, it makes complete sense for them to develop in that way. Hallowed bile that emanates from the morning fountains. Okay. I'll take it. Oh, it even hit that guy. This attack is so sick. Can it go through stuff? Hell yeah. So buff. Will you stream Ninja Gaiden for the core values? I don't know what you mean. Has there been some sort of core values thing with Ninja Gaiden? Oh, checkpoint, nice. You reach your current rank by knowledge checking people. Well, this is really interesting then, Oshka Moshka. If you're like trying to get better at the game and you're learning right now, inevitably you're going to get better at the game. And when you are maybe like a couple more years into your journey with this game, and a more advanced player, maybe your perspective will shift. Maybe we'll talk again and you'll see my perspective more, or maybe you still disagree with me and you go, no, I still think that the devs are trying their best or whatever. Elisa, Zafina player. Well, you have to keep in mind that when I played Zafina in, I don't know where she is right now. When I played her in 8, she was considered by most people, to be by a margin the single weakest character in the entire game. So, you know, opposite of being carried with her, but whatever, you know. Elisa, Zafina, whatever. I mean, the entire ranked ecosystem is 50% Jins. Couple of Fangs, you know. I don't know what's happened with character popularity since I've been gone, but I think if you're going to get carried, there are better characters that you can choose than, you know, Zafina and Elisa. not dodge through him? That's a problem. Okay, I gotta play better now. Can you parry him? Yeah, but you can't counter. Okay, too much end lag on that attack. Oh wow, okay. You can get through, when you lift his leg, you can get through. I don't think that's true at all. Well, it doesn't matter if it's true at all. And I'm also not talking about being carried. So far in this stream when we've been talking about Tekken, I haven't talked about being carried. So I don't know what you're referring to, but there is no person who plays this game, or not this game, but Tekken, who doesn't get accused of playing an unfair character. There's basically one single Tekken character I know of that people don't consider unfair, and it's Miguel. It's the only character I know of that most people seem to like. But you'll get shit talked for playing Elisa. You'll get shit talked for playing Mishimas, by me, by the way. You'll get shit talked for playing Feng, obviously. I mean, don't get me started on Victor, Clive, you know. All of them, really. People hate Lily players. They think they're cringe. They're right. Okay, I gotta play better now. Let me shut up for a little bit. Okay, so it seems that the 3 spikes that come out after the stomp don't go in one direction. They're actually homing, so they can go in both. One, two. Okay, only 2. Let's see the stop. There you go. Oh, I forgot that they don't go in one direction again. Nice, okay. The range. Maybe you can jump that. That would be good. 1, 2, 3, okay. That's a close range AoE. Can't jump that. Can you destroy it? Yeah, you can destroy them. Okay, we're learning. Sometimes I get 3 different King players in a row. Yeah, one thing about King is, I think he was, because I haven't played Tekken 8 for a couple of months now, and I can actually feel for the first time in over a decade, my Tekken knowledge is actually in a state where it's decreasing right now, because I'm struggling to remember things now. But he was considered one of the most cheap and broken characters when the game came out, and with the balance updates that I've seen so far to King, he has actually gotten stronger, only stronger since the game first came out. So he's a ridiculous character. But there you go, there's no Tekken character that you can play that people will that everyone will just consider honest and fair. And I think the reason that happens is that, and this has been my perspective for a long time, all of the characters in Tekken are now overpowered. The average power level of characters is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So you need to nerf everybody. I think you would should nerf the average character in Tekken by 70%. totally going to be a phase 2 as well, right? The music's giving you Bowie vibes. Well, that's high praise. I was never a huge Bowie fan, but I get the hype. Oh, you can jump that. Okay, so I know how to beat him now. You bait out an attack. If it's the punch, you jump. If it's the kick, you dodge. Got it. We can beat him now. We can beat him now. I wouldn't mind overpowered characters if they weren't also popular. I like Oshka Moshka. It's like good like arguments and questions about Tekken for once. This is good. I can take an 03 time to time, but the problem is the overpowered will always be popular. Exactly. So that's something that happens in Tekken all the time. It's very, very palpable. The most popular characters tend to be the most overpowered, and the most overpowered tend to be the most popular. That becomes a problem when it's Bowie. Okay, here's why I say Bowie. Don't try and sensei me on this. I could be wrong, but Ricky Gervais says Bowie. And Ricky Gervais was the biggest Bowie fan in the world, and then eventually met him and got to know him and became his friend. So I used to say Bowie, and then when I heard Ricky say Bowie, I went back to Bowie. Then again, he calls Don McLean, but maybe that's how you pronounce Don McLean. I don't know.
In the name of the great ordeal and the sons of the miracle, may they go hot.
Okay, second boss. I don't know then. Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, people would be like, actually, it's Bowie. But, you know, fuck it, who cares? I know that he got in a fight when he was a kid, and one of his eyes was injured, and that is why one of his pupils was permanently dilated. So not only did he have different colored eyes, he also had one pupil constantly dilated to the max because of trauma. Most people will play Mishima. Yeah, they're on the box art, they're overpowered. Most content creators out there are glazing the characters. I mean, it's inevitable that most people end up playing Mishimas. My point is, let's make fun of them for it and not give them any respect. Quit League of Legends because the devs have favorites. Trust me, the devs definitely have favorites in Tekken as well. You're never going to see a weak version of Brian. You're never going to see a weak version of a Mishima. You're never going to see a weak version of, a bunch of characters. It's just not going to happen. This is where that weird shop was, right? No. Never mind then. Have you played Symphony of the Night? Yeah. It got a little bit too maze-like for me, and I actually gave up on it halfway through because it got too maze-like. I know that's part of the charm of this genre, but it became too maze-like, you know. I just got lost. Interested in Fatal Fury? No. No. I'm interested in a strong Tekken game without heat. And that's not so focused on comeback mechanics and giving out stuff for free. That's what I'm interested in, really. And based on the way things going, you'd be a fool to expect that to ever happen. Virtua Fighter 6, that I will try. Because that little snippet of gameplay that we have seen, that was genuinely cool looking. So that I will try. Ooh, the skills. Pissy form, yeah. That's gonna be Anna's new stance when she comes out as DLC. And Pissy Form 3 is gonna be a homing counter at mid. What's this gonna be? Ooh! I can go straight back to Alberto. My favorite Mexican guy. The buffest attack of all time. I'm so glad I bought this. I have a feeling that Virtua Fighter will end up like Dragon Ball, hundreds of thousands of players in the first week, and then 95% will leave. Well, that's not a Dragon Ball thing. That is every single fighting game in the world that isn't Street Fighter or Tekken. Not necessarily the hundreds of thousands of players, but the sudden dramatic fall off. People play new fighting games generally for a maximum of 2 weeks, and then the community dies out. There's no longevity at all.
What I am off and may my...
Okay, buying this. Good. And now we're going to go and fast travel back to Alberto, my favorite Mexican guy. Oh, the enemies are still dead. That's great. I'm gonna heal just to be safe. That was cool. Two XKO looks dead on arrival. Maybe, but what makes you say that? League of Legends is just another one of those Fortnite games, right? Very heavily focused around accessibility and having kids get addicted to them, and you know, stuff like that. So I'm not gonna. I don't expect much. Healing abilities. Maybe I'll give that to the healers. The wound kissers. Yeah, these guys. They don't know who they want to cater to. Well, the lowest common denominator. That's who everybody wants to cater to. It worked. I was right. What do I get? Atonement. Okay. I'm gonna go up and get the do the toxic room now. It is good. I have a pretty good sense of direction, like in the real world. If I see a map of a city, like from an above perspective, especially if it's near the ocean or it has a river running through it, which most major cities do, then I can orient myself in that city pretty well. Like I can know that, okay, we're in this part of the city, we want to go here, so it's that direction. And even if I ride the subway, I usually know what direction the ocean or the water is, and then I know where everything else is based on that. So maybe that's going to be an advantage playing a game like this. Maybe it's going to be easier to find my way around. Then again, I did give up on Symphony of the Night because it was too mazy for me. So maybe not. Okay, so we'll de-equip the this, and now we should be able to survive the poison in here. Damn, I was right. No, no, no. That's not what it does. They have auto combos implemented. Yeah. Well, they're trying to bring this fighting game to the League of Legends audience, right? And all modern fighting games right now is all about protection against toxins, okay? So that's not what it does. I'm kind of disappointed. It was worth a try. Hey, what's up, Finty? Yeah, I enjoyed talking to you the other day on Mike Hollow's stream. I'm just killing time until Monster Hunter with this game, but so far I'm actually very, very impressed with this. I think it's great. Wait, so where am I going? Now I am lost. How do you get the map? Oh, there we go. Mercy Dreams, so that's the fast travel, that's the checkpoint. Okay, Cistern, yeah, we keep going into the sewers. There always has to be like a sewer level in Castlevania games. Do you know Melee? Yeah, I played tons of Melee as a kid. Like I played Melee for hundreds of hours. Thing about the Smash Brothers community is I think if you scratch the surface of it, you're going to end up with a community that has a large incidence of like neurodivergent people. Melee is something with childish, cartoonish characters that people played in their childhood, and there does seem to be this thing with neurodivergent people and getting really, really into things, and especially fandoms that are a little bit infantile. And if that sounds offensive, then whatever, I'm pretty sure I'm right. whether it's, you know, My Little Pony or Pokemon or whatever. And then inevitably those people reach puberty and start having sexual urges, and then they go to tournaments and there's alcohol, and it just turns into this inevitable clusterfuck. Yeah. But Melee as a game, I think one of the reasons it has been able to retain its popularity is because essentially there is, if we're going to talk about it mechanically, one of the... Whoa. Let's finish this point and then talk to that guy. Recipe for Disaster, yeah. So, with Melee, because you have no attack buffering, essentially what that means is that you can do your next attack on the first frame of animation after the previous attack animation has ended every time, but only if you do a frame perfect input, which means that you can essentially do a one frame link in every attack that you ever do. And that means that it is essentially impossible to play Melee perfectly, and that sort of allows it to have infinite potential for learning and skill expression. And that is very conducive to a fighting game having an audience for a long time. And that is one of the reasons we legacy players are very worried about Tekken being simplified. Just hold forward, just play, you know, with heat, just use the crutch mechanics and the raid shards and the whatever to breeze through these matches and not have to worry about skill expression. That is by far the most interesting aspect of Melee. But I have never listened to or talked to a dedicated Smash Brothers player who didn't make my skin crawl and made me want to leave the room. Ever. They deserve the reputation.
See my tormented heart. Let the ones who are joyful in affliction and fasting come to me, for they are pleasant penance. 16 pains lance my flowery breast. Take the first one and purge one of your 6 mortal stains of the soul.
Flowery tits, huh? Maximum health increased. Okay. So when I meet the titty lady, she gives me her tit swords and I get a HP. Cool. This game slaps in Spanish. Ooh, good idea. How do I do that? Oh, I totally want to play this game in Spanish. I love Spanish, and it's thematically going to work great. Is it made by Spanish people? Hey, thank you for that suggestion. There's no options menu in this game, which honestly is something that they should look into. But, oh, game options. Hell yeah. Sound. No. Accessibility. Gameplay tips. Video. Spanish game. It feels Spanish. I mean, the people who made this clearly have a lot of fucking Catholic-style sexual guilt. They don't feel good about where their own dicks and pussies have been. Okay? They probably self-flagellated while making this. Begging for forgiveness. Fucking wrapping barbed wire around their genitals. Which is metal, and I respect it. How exhausting is this going to be to get? Not very. Main menu? Okay, I'll do it next time I play. I'll remember to do it. Remind me before I get into the gameplay. What's up, dude? Oh, an enemy? fucking parry me? Oh, is there going to be a secret wall? No? Okay. Why do these anime names have the weirdest names? Because Japanese people name them. That's why. Okay, so if you listen to like a Japanese anime song, there is going to be a random English line in there somewhere. They're going to be all about Japanese stuff, you know, the summer wind and the promise that we made that day. Stuff like that. And then all of a sudden it's going to be, I can change my life. And it's just going to be random English thrown in there. And that is because it's not made for people who speak English. It's made for people who do not speak English but think that English sounds cool and fancy. And so it makes the song sound a little bit cool. And they're like, oh, I don't know what that means, but it's cool, you know, I like it. So that's why you end up with awkward English names when like Japanese people name things in English. They don't speak English. Your hair got long? Yeah, it did, didn't it? I really should get a haircut soon. But you guys I was wearing my hat too much and you guys were saying I was going bald. So I was gonna go, I'm decided to go no hat today just to show you guys that I'm definitely not going bald. I was also going to retread some mustache territory, but I heard that it's main man's thing now and he can have it. Oh, it's gonna be a thing where you like can't. I'll get it. You can't fall down. Oh, he's reviving them. And it even has the bell sound, so it's totally a Dark Souls reference, right? Or Demon Souls or whatever. There's a game where there's a bell guy that revives all the monsteronis, right? Haven't people told him? I mean, let him get it out of his system. All guys who can grow facial hair are going to experiment at some point in their life, okay? And, you know, most of them grow out of it. Some commit. But who are we to judge? Finally convinced you to watch American Psycho? Hey, what'd you think? It's pretty good, right? I'm so happy I led you on to probably my favorite book of all time, favorite novel, one of them, and one of my favorite films. I say that to people like it's when somebody asks me for like book recommendations, like two of the best books I ever read are American Psycho and Lolita, and you don't want to recommend them to people you don't know well, because even though they're masterpieces, people are going to look sideways at you. And then like if my favorite author and like the writer that I'm reading the most is Cormac McCarthy, and all of his books are very, very dark works about horrible violence. So, you know. Full beards are nice though. Yeah, I've done it a couple of times. There are videos of me with full facial hair on the channel. Oh, this is where we got titty swords. Okay. I know where I am. So I'm going to explore this area before I go back up there. Or no. Am I thinking wrong? Should I check top right? Take a trip to Turkey? I don't know. Hey, I know one thing. If you're a policeman in India, you actually get a higher salary. You actually make more money as a police person in India if you have a mustache. I think it's because in that culture, having a mustache inspires like Respect makes you look maybe a little bit authoritative. People tend to respect and listen to you more. So they will actually give you a pay bump if you have a mustache, if you're a policeman in India. Maybe it's the same thing with Twitch streamers. Maybe that's like a new program, and maybe that's why Main Man, decided it was time. They're like, hey, $20 dues if you leave that lip a little bit fuzzy, dude. I'd make that deal. These drops are killing me. Literally. Oh, the Spanish guitar is coming into the music right now as well. This game is fucking incredible. This is like so up my alley that it's crazy. The Phrygian mode. I know very little about music theory. My grade school music teacher turned out to be a closeted gay guy who liked kids in a bad way for a teacher. And he didn't, for the first 6 years I went to school, he didn't teach us anything about music. I think he had just I think he was probably deeply unhappy and had given up on the whole teaching thing. It was difficult to understand for us as children what was going on, but reflecting on it now that I'm older, basically it seems what happened was, I'm talking too much so I'm not focusing. The school, when I was in my 6th year, because the first grade school I went to, it was from year 1 to year 6. And we would go to music class, and this teacher would just play the piano, and we would just sit in our seats and sing along with his piano playing. And that was the entire lesson, every lesson, for 6 years. And I just thought that's what music class was. You go to class and you sit down and you sing, and the teacher plays the piano. And then all of a sudden, in the second half of our 6th year, that guy was gone, the teacher, and we had a new music teacher who wasn't a real music teacher, but he was a teacher at the school, and he was like all of a sudden bringing out all these books and trying to like really quickly go through this curriculum basically. And I realized that what had happened is the school found out that he hadn't been following the curriculum or teaching us anything he was supposed to for all of these years, and so they fired him, and now they were trying to catch us up on all the things that we had to know. Then I went on to a different school, like the junior high school that I went to, and everybody else, like all the other kids, knew stuff about music. I don't even know what these words mean, tones and scales and chords, and I'd never heard of any of it, and so it was very bad. And then shortly after that, oh, that's the shortcut, I didn't need to go here. Shortly after that, my friend's older brother was at a gay bar, and the music teacher who got fired was there, and apparently he had left his wife. He used to have a bowl cut, this boring like brown bowl cut, but he had cut his hair short, and now he had frosted tips. he had like blonde highlights in his hair, and he was like hitting on young gay guys in this bar, and he tried to get with my friend's brother, who was I think 17 at the time, or maybe even younger actually. So yeah, that's why and I'm also tone deaf, but that's one of the reasons I don't know a lot about music. I feel a little bit robbed, I suppose, because I do like music. I do find it it's an interesting concept, right? So where am I supposed to go? Oh, here, right? We're gonna kill the summoner guy again to make this whole thing easier. Oh damn, he got me with the explosion? Oh god, that's not frustrating at all. Did not have any flute lessons? Nah. I mean, I think we probably do have flute lessons in Sweden, but at my school we didn't touch, for 6 years in music class, we never touched instruments of any kind. Ever. There were guitars on the wall, we never touched them. My girlfriend is a flautist though. She was a band leader for her school orchestra, and she's a flautist. But I think she was probably really good. Like, they went to tournaments and won prizes and stuff, but I've never heard her play. And obviously I would love to hear her play. I mean, imagine how cool if your partner all of a sudden like starts playing an instrument. That's like the coolest, sexiest thing ever. But I don't insist on hearing her play, because in Japan there's this thing called bukatsu. I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's essentially like, if you're in school in Japan, all of the kids join extracurricular clubs where they either do sports, or maybe they do band, or maybe they are in the debating club or chess club or whatever. And essentially these are required activities, even though they're extracurricular. Some schools, I think you can get away with not joining a club and doing all this stuff. But in most, and I think even in those schools, it's looked down upon, and it's like, it besmirches your academic record. Future schools would be like, why didn't you do any club activities at all? And if you said, well, I kind of went to school to learn, you know, history and stuff, and then when I was done and I, you know, passed all my exams, I kind of wanted to go home and do my own thing. It's not really considered acceptable in Japan, which is why the kids finish like school technically early in the afternoon, but then they will stay at school until late evening, even late at night, because they're obsessively doing this bukatsu stuff and wrong button, sorry, during their club activities. And while I think it's got some positive aspects, because, you know, it teaches you things, I suppose, about teamwork and stuff like that early, it's also deeply traumatizing for a lot of the kids, because essentially you are expected to take very adult responsibilities very early on and at a very early age, and you also spend so much of your younger years in school doing these things that there's not really any such thing as just going home after school and playing and hanging out with friends and doing all those things that I think kids, you know, necessarily do at that age. And learning all the things that you can learn from just like playing or socializing. And I think Wasteland of Buried Churches. Oh, great, so this is another shortcut. Perfect. I think with, and I don't want to like go to, they sound cool though. I mean, they do sound kind of cool. I mean, if I was very passionate about chess, and there was a chess club at my school, and I could just play chess all day and like really get into it, and that would be fantastic. But I think for me, the way I'm like, I would have loved if I could just do really well in school, like take my studies seriously and try and learn what I'm supposed to in the curriculum, and then go home and do my own thing, whatever that might be, you know. That's just my personality. I like spending time alone. I get very, very exhausted and tired when I have to spend time around people for extended periods of time in like a social setting. That becomes progressively more difficult for me and stuff. So I'm the kind of person where I would definitely just have wanted to go home after school. And why should I then be considered a lesser student, even if I'm performing academically? You know what I mean? So, you know, there are good and bad aspects to this, obviously, but, and I don't want to get too detailed here, because this is obviously the private business of my fiance, so, you know. But I have a strong sense that she worked incredibly hard, because she was even the leader of the orchestra, and the teachers and the conductor that they had were extremely strict and extremely demanding, and I think it was probably, the sense I get is that it was a pretty traumatizing experience for her. And she played instruments for that long, and then now she hasn't done it in many, many years, basically since becoming an adult. You know, I'm not going to insist that she let me hear her play, because it feels like something that she's staying away from deliberately because of what it reminds her of, if that makes sense. Okay, where am I now? Let's go to this yellow room down here. Maybe that will help me orient myself. You would never want to go to school in Japan? No. Mountains of Endless Dusk. Damn, this looks like a cool new area. Should we just go here and forget about the sewers? I mean, you don't want to work or go to school in Japan. I don't think you do. It depends on where you're at right now, I suppose, but... Oh, it's a throwing thing. Can you parry it? Hell yeah. That was sick. Japan is a paradise until you have to work there. Yeah, I'm going to play the next Monster Hunter. It's something I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be probably the main game I stream for the foreseeable future. Oh, I'm going to fall. That was sick. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it day one, maybe. My girlfriend is going back to Japan in the beginning of March, so and I won't see her for like 3 weeks, so I want to focus on spending a lot of time with her now, but I'm also really excited about Wild, so I'll probably find time to do both. What the hell? That's so sick. He's wearing a bell. I'm gonna use the invulnerability frames of the execute animation to survive here. You go behind him, I guess? No. Okay, you clearly have to hit this guy in the back, right? cool enemy. I like that. VTuber streams in the future? Well, I mean, you have the real deal. Would you be... I mean, of course you would. I mean, my fucking community. I was going to say, would you be more interested in watching me stream, but I'm a big boob anime girl? And the answer is obviously yes. Sorry for asking. I have the weebest community I've ever fucking seen. But, you know. I have an OnlyFans. How about you guys just watch that? Like, if you want to jerk off to me, why don't you just watch my OnlyFans? This game's sick. Another Castlevania reference. This is like cool Spanish Castlevania. Oh, nice tree. Damn. Sanguinius. Oh wow, really? Okay, never mind. Okay, focus up now. Focus on defense first. That's always the right choice, right? Wow, that's faster than I thought it would be. It doesn't look fast. Doesn't do a lot of damage though. So that's good. Have you tried COTW? What does that mean? I'm embarrassed that I lost to that boss. I feel like that fight was probably very easy, but you know. Sometimes you suck ass, that's life. Nice. That was clean. That was super clean. City of the Wolves? No. That's what's supposed to happen in that area. I cleared it on my first approach, though. But that's what's supposed to happen if you rush. Okay, let's cleanly kill Sanguinius now. What? I don't get to try again? Oh my god, have I permanently like a scrub pathetic noob playthrough now because you only get one chance at this boss and I didn't beat it? It makes me want to uninstall the game. What should I do? Should I uninstall? Because this means that I'm permanently a cuck, no matter what happens, right? No matter what happens, I have, like, some people play this game, got to this point, beat that boss, and they were good, and then they kept playing. And some people lose here like pathetic fucking... Oh, I hate this so much that I barely have the words. Should I quit this game permanently because I'm forever a cuck at it now? And I will never be good? Because this playthrough is a joke now? What do you guys think?
O penitent one, we traverse strange roads under the same firmament, with nigh other trade, nigh other name.
New Game Plus? Fuck New Game Plus. I've never played New Game Plus in any game I've ever owned because it's the dumbest thing in the world. I don't even know why they put it in the game. Make the first playthrough harder then. You know what I mean? Oh, that damaged me? Did it? Oh, okay. It's not because I hit it. Never played this game. Looks easy. Yeah, I mean, it probably is easy, but I just suck because I lost to the fucking angel boss and he wasn't even hard. Like, he didn't even do anything. So yeah, I feel terrible. I feel terrible now. I'm permanently a blasphemous fraud now. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. I'm kind of getting into the spirit of this game, though. Self-flagellation. Quit the franchise? Yeah, I probably should. Fuck, I can't believe I didn't kill that easy as fuck angel. I have to think about this. I'll be right back. You're gonna miss many cool things if you flush it. Yeah, but I am permanently uncool because they put something in the game that good players are gonna succeed at and bad players are gonna fail at, and I failed at it. So the game can be as cool as it wants, but I'm never gonna feel good playing it again, right? Maybe I should just I'll one-shot the next boss. If I can do that, then maybe I'll give myself another chance. How about that? That's a good compromise. TEA? I don't know what that means, Falcon. Water with herbs. Or herbs. Can you smoke it? It's the first question anybody's ever gonna ask when they hear a new word they don't know. Can you smoke it? Oh, this crumbles. That's a problem. Oh, I've been so shook by the angel boss that it's fucking ruining my playthrough and I'm sucking ass. Okay, I'll just forget about it for now. And then the next time something really difficult happens, or I mean, easy happens, I'll just do better. How about that? I guess I'm feeling a little bit like the penitent one right now. Like I don't deserve to play this game. I'm too fucking trash at it. ASD, I mean, could you stop using fucking young people acronyms, dude? I don't know what any of that means. Chances are losing the fight means nothing. Yeah, but it was clearable and I didn't clear it. That is the game saying, hey, here's the thing that good players will be able to do, but you probably won't be. And they were right. Okay, what's gonna happen here? This is interesting. What the fuck? Oh, is that the thing I have equipped? Is that what it does? It gives me Legend of Zelda powers when I execute. That's pretty cool, I guess. Alright, forget about Sanguinius now. Oh, autism spectrum disorder? You think I have that? Maybe. Maybe I should get into Smash Brothers. We'll forget about it and just enjoy the playthrough for now. Can somebody like have a bad take on Tekken in the chat so I can I can be back in my comfort zone? Telling you why you're wrong. Heat is great. Hey, thanks, man. Good effort. Oh, I see. So they're gonna knock you down. I get it. I get it. Okay, Gucci sweater now. Am I just fucked if he comes over here? Oh, you can jump him? Well, that makes him a lot easier. It's a little disappointing. Have I been here? I'm kind of lost. Oh wow, nice jump frame. I think I have been here. Lindqvist. That was the Swedish guy's spine. That was the Swedish spine. Walter White. Oh, this is a problem. I gotta heal up first of all. Okay, so the first one screams and then it sends like a shockwave through. I get it. Tekken needs an MMO. I think that's the last thing it needs, probably. I mean, it's really simple. What Tekken needs, it's really simple. Better balance. Some fucking passion. Fewer microtransactions. Okay. Taking racing game like Mario Kart. That's the best idea I've ever heard, yeah. Because then you can sell customization options for the cars and the characters. So it's like when Kaze is sitting in his little car and he's ready to throw the electric wind god banana, you know. Dude, that thing in the background just moved. This is sick. Buying staff, that's another really great idea. I mean, I think, what do you guys think should be a fair price for God of Destruction? I think $20 for God of Destruction. I mean, they could sell it for $200. People would totally buy it. They could sell it for $1,000. People would buy God of Destruction for $1,000 easily. I mean, Namco, hire me. That's the best idea you've never had. Okay, first we found a Swedish spine, now we found John's spine. Oh, you want me to climb this? So we just gotta be fast, I guess. Yeah, they give you a lot of time. Dude, the range on that is so unfair. I'm gonna die if the next one hits me. I have to do this perfectly now. Alright, I feel a little bit better about the angel boss now. That was kind of clean. I'm gonna need a checkpoint soon though. Ooh, is that gonna give me a heal? That's so sick. That's so sick. And now we can continue fighting, slaying these monsters. Hell yeah. Yeah, I feel better about that, the L I took now. I just need to do better going forward. Everybody makes mistakes. Except for Bandai Namco, they don't make mistakes. They just suck ass on purpose. Hey, what's up, Morty? We're releasing something big and scary, and it's like if I was some sort of cringe fucking titty YouTuber right now, I would say, and I'm here for it. But you know. This isn't a TikTok video, so I'm not going to say that. Okay. Puzzle time? Okay, so this one just moves this thing. Oh, okay, I get it. I want this to be in the middle. I want this to be moving. Okay, I need this to be slightly more to the left. That should work. So easy. Hey, what's up, Anti-Monitor? Knot of Rosary Pope. Or rope. Who cares? Ancient monk rope. Hell yeah. That's the good stuff. Frimu. You look so good. Hey, thanks, man. Do I? Let me check how I look. I look alright. I've been good. I've actually been really good. I've been sick twice, but both times I had like a fever, but it went away in less than 24 hours. I feel like I like conquered the disease with willpower. Maybe I'd make a good Green Lantern. But no, I've been good. I mean, I'm not looking as good as Main Man with the sick mustache, but I am I'm doing okay. Still officially not bald, which at 35 is like a big deal. Still officially not bald. Haters gonna hate. Hopefully a shortcut. I'm gonna assume that it is a not check. Seems obvious. That's the direction I came from and everything. Okay, do we go up or left? What do you think? Definitely left. Or is this another shortcut? Yeah. Where am I now? He really has a mustache. He looks like a dad now. But that's my point when people were like in my comments trying to get me to comment on the mustache and clowning on it. The main man is a middle-aged dad. Of course he should. I mean, who else should have a mustache if not him? Those are the people who have mustaches. It's completely appropriate. So I don't know why people are butthurt. It fits him? Yeah, I think it looks okay. It's a little bit, but this could be my own mind in the gutter. It feels a little bit gay porno-ish to me. Which isn't a bad thing, you know, obviously. But I'm not sure that's the aesthetic he's trying to evoke. It's got nuances of that. It reminds me of, like, the Village People a little bit. But, you know, again, it could be my own bias. Maybe I'm just, like, looking for a hot dick. And it's, like, clouding my judgment. Okay, there's some sort of hook shot item, definitely, because I've seen these root thingies all over the place. There's going to be a hook shot at some point. Men are better hairy, in my opinion. Yeah, and that's coming from a lady as well. Are you a lady who's into guys? Because if you are, then that's a pretty good score. That's high praise. But I feel like here's the thing, right? Are mustaches and beards kind of like the male handbag? Like, girls, they like have handbags and they will spend, I mean, some people thousands of dollars on handbags. And then, like, as a guy, would never consider or think about or notice whether a handbag was like really expensive or nice or not. Like, it couldn't matter less. It's something that I could be with a person for like decades and never notice or think about. But maybe they like having a fancy handbag because the other ladies know that that's a fancy handbag and they're like, nice, you know, they respect the handbag game. Can I grab it in the air? Maybe, like, for guys, the mustache isn't about looking good to females. It's for other guys to go, damn, nice face game you got there. Shaved hands and legs. Yeah. I think I lucked out a little bit because I have... I don't have no hair, but I don't have a lot of hair. So it's like, it's very middle of the road and non-offensive, I think. Hey, isn't this thing supposed to like level up my sword? Oh, I guess I am level 3 now. Holy Wrath optimizes the way Mako but concentrates its power, using its thorns instead of the blade. Much faster? 8,000. I want this. Let's go get 8,000 souls. Fake nails? Yeah. What's the thing with nail salons? I never really got it. I mean, it's a thing in Japan, but it's started happening in Sweden now as well, and they're everywhere. I don't really know like why you would want to like sit with your hands on a table and a person is like giving you fake nail. It's a very strange thing to me. You walk and they're always silent. They're sitting there with their hands on the table, and there's a woman with a light going and fixing the nails. I don't know. It feels wrong somehow. Oh damn. Should we just ignore this ghost and keep going? I guess the door's closed.
Do not fear my body, through which so much lightness and darkness pass, nor my visage, which appears disfigured, Soledad by name.
Soledad. Soledad was my first ever Spanish teacher. This is a Spanish game. I bet her name isn't Soledad. I bet it's Maria de la Soledad. Because these like old Spanish names, it's always something Maria. It's Maria, you know, getting her nails done on a Tuesday in the cave when Jesus was wrapped in cloth and the people were dancing. Like that can be your name in Spanish. And then you also have two surnames because you have both your maternal and paternal surnames. So your name can be like Maria doing a little dance, making a little love, getting down tonight, Ramirez Gutierrez. That's a totally viable name for a middle-aged person in Spain. Which is fucking cool, right? But annoying when you have to write it down. Oh, I have the secret thing.
Now let my fingers tie a new mystery.
She's gonna finger me because I gave her gifts. No.
Return once you possess new rosary. May your heart.
Does that mean I can equip more beads on my anal beads? Yeah, I can get more anal beads now. I gotta show the world I'm not doing manual work. Hey, that's probably a pretty good point. I mean, that's the entire thing with people obsessively trying to look very, very white in Asia. Like in Japan, you want to look as... I mean, they want to have skin like mochi is what they say, which is like... rice paste, right? And it's because, I think, my theory is, back in the day in Japan, if you had money, you weren't working in the rice fields. You were inside and other people were working the fields, which meant that you didn't have a tan. The only people you see with tans right now in Japan are farmers and athletes who work out or like run outside. Whereas in Europe, everybody wants to have a tan because they think that looks more fancy. And I think that's probably because we don't have a lot of sunlight up here in Northern Europe. We're very pale. And so if you have a tan, that means that you have the money to go abroad and spend your time somewhere where you can actually get a tan. So I think it's just a cultural thing where people are trying to look fancy. That's my theory. Tan reminds me of British women. Yeah, but in a bad way. Like the British women who go to fucking Benidorm and Alicante and get fucked up and do like coke mixed with baking powder and shitty tequila bars. I know what you mean. We're very pale. We are very pale in Sweden. Mishimas are hard to play. I think they take a lot of skill, and I don't like waifus. They are cringe and so cheap. That's the hardest I've felt in this game so far. Then I cleaned house right there. This dash move, I'm so happy I bought it. Oh, that's new. That's a new enemy. Hey, what's up, dude? What's your thing? Okay. Big strikey thing. Huh? Okay. Don't get hit by it, Frame. Bad for you. Hey, what hit me right there? Oh, does it have like a shockwave? I was doing so well too. Then I took a fat L, but it was a new enemy. Okay, that was very easy. You'll get naturally tanned if you have a garden. Not if you live in Sweden, because even if you have a garden, you might have 4 days of sunlight that year, and the sun never goes more than, you know, a couple of inches above the horizon. So, you know, you can garden all you want. You're not necessarily going to get a tan. Okay, so this is like a continuation of the Doonog. I'm in the northern hemisphere. Yeah. So am I. So are most people. Don't underestimate how large a percentage of the global population live in the northern hemisphere. Basically nobody lives in the, maybe that's reductive, but not many people live in the southern hemisphere. If you think about it, the equator goes through what, like the Congo and Indonesia. South of that is not, there's not that much left of Africa compared to what's on or above the equator. I guess there's Australia, but Australia is a sparsely populated country. My skin is naturally olive. Damn, we got a hot person in the chat. I wish my skin was naturally olive. My skin is naturally, like, inflamed and got fucking red spots and is sensitive to everything. I mean, I'm not ginger level sensitive. There are people who are whiter than me. Damn. Like, you know, ginger people and stuff. Wow, is this like really far away? I think this might be really far away from where I was. That's okay though. We'll make it back. My skin is so white, I'm pink. Yeah. I mean, we're not really white. It's weird that we say white and black, but maybe it's, you know, people just like things that are darker tend to be referred to as black this, and things that are lighter might be called white this and that. But really, brown and translucent, I think that's what it is. I think that's why people look so pink, because the skin is like semi-translucent, so you're actually seeing like fleshy pink stuff underneath. Gotta show off my platforming skills, prove that I'm not actually Aris. I get compared to him a lot. I'm not nearly as funny or as bald, but I am definitely better at platforming. Holy shit. Watching Eris play Donkey Kong was fucking torture, dude. He's so trash. More anal beads. Okay, nice shortcut. High tier shortcut. TM mustache versus Hera's beard. Dude. Oh, I'm back at the start of the game, aren't I? But I have a key to the brother's room. Have you played RDR2? What is your thing? I mean, chat, honestly, are you so fucking online that you can't not use acronyms for everything? What are you saying? Oh, Red Dead Redemption 2. I just got that one. I actually got that one. No, people suck that game off too much. I hate it now. That game is like the most sucked off game I've ever fucking heard. And then if you ask anybody why they think it's good, they say it's because of the story. And I fucking hate games with stories. So, no. I haven't played the fucking cowboy game where you fucking enjoy riding around on a horse. Like some fucking sus piece of shit and enjoy a story about, you know, having, I don't know, gangrene or something. I haven't played it, but here's my review. 2 out of 10. Too much story. Equip relics to change your perception of the world. Each relic possesses different unique effects. You can equip up to 3 of them at the same time. Okay. So what does this one do? Blood perpetuated in sand. That's a cool idea. I guess you could mix blood with sand and then you have like blood there forever, but it's sandy. It's got great atmosphere. Yeah, but it's also going to be like, I know what it's going to, like, I know this sounds narcissistic or whatever, but I know what it's going to be. You're going to have it's going to be an open world, and then you can like ride over there, or you can ride over there, and then there's like a wolf or a bear, and you can shoot it, and then you can like skin it for like some skin that you take into town and sell for some fucking supplies, and you can get new boots. And then some person like, hey, you should try and go to the burr, and you get a little quest, and then you fucking talk to some more people. Shoot me now, dude. I'd rather fucking play with my own ballsack. I know what it's going to be. It's not my thing. Open world just means that we suck fucking asset level design. We suck fucking asset level design, so here's a giant flat fucking surface. Go wherever. It doesn't matter. Preserved blood, miraculous properties. Let's get back to the sandy blood, okay? Stop talking to me about shitty fucking video game stories with fucking horses in them. I don't give a fuck. I think he's played it. See, I knew I was right. New ledges are revealed. Hell yeah. Show me them ledges, bitch. There's going to be a ledge nearby, probably, to show me how to use this. He's capping. That's another thing that I don't know what it means. Oh, I told you there was going to be one. Told you. Told you there was going to be a ledge nearby. To teach you how to use the blood thing. Hey. That's better. Capping means joking. Is that true? I don't think that's true. Play Project Zomboid? It sounds like some millennial trash, dude. Or not millennial trash. I guess I'm a millennial. I don't know. Sounds like some modern young people trash because they call it Zomboid instead of zombie. It's too trendy. I hate it. It's trying to be cute. It means bullshitting? Really? Is that really what it means? Why is it called capping? Where does it like come from, the expression? It's got to be a reference to something, right? Lying and joking. Okay. Well, I guess it's maybe good that we have a new term for that, because I sort of get the nuance of what you mean. It's like when a streamer is saying something that they don't necessarily actually mean. It's kind of like they're in a character a little bit or whatever, trying to provoke a reaction, or maybe just joking. Yeah, no, I get it. It's from the thinking cap meme. I think I like this first magic that I had here better. That's all I get? Shitty magic that I don't want? Okay. Being ironic? Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like being ironic, but for like, you know, 5-year-old kids looking at TikTok. Irony is also, it's one of those words where like it's almost useless now because nobody knows what it actually means. Irony is like it's a difficult to use word right now. It's conflated with sarcasm, obviously, but then there's also this whole thing where, you know, there's all kinds of irony. There's dramatic irony, you know. Dramatic irony is like in a stage play when the audience knows something that the characters don't. It's kind of like when they break the fourth wall a little bit in a stage play. That's dramatic irony. Where should I go now? Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow. Sarcastic girls? Who are they? John Doe. Looks like there's like a big hole here that I haven't gone into. This is the whole torture chamber place, right? Yeah, I don't feel like I finished in the torture chamber place. I should probably go down here. Yeah, let's do that. Dragon Age the Veilguard, yeah. Haven't played that either, but I've seen clips of the dialogue. Like, I don't, you know. I don't like games with much dialogue at all, but if it's going to be like quippy and cute and trying to be clever and have a message or whatever, then yeah, What's a political take you have? I don't have political takes. Of course I don't. Ugh, it's so nice to not have to have political takes. What's a political take I have? Okay, here's one political take I have. I'm gonna give you one. That's gonna be my one political take for the year. Failed bait. Well, I mean, if you're gonna... I'm doing it now, so you didn't fail that hard. But I'm gonna give you one thing, okay? The left-right thing to me is really stupid. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I think because people pay so much attention to America with the two-party system, all of public perception through the internet becomes influenced by that two-party system, and it becomes this bipartisan thing where you have left and right. And it doesn't make sense to me for a bunch of reasons. First of all, it doesn't make sense to me because, I mean, in the American context, if you have a political perspective that aligns with neither the left or the right over there are many nuanced political perspectives that you could have that are neither left or right. then you essentially have no voice because you only have these two choices. And so every single area of politics where the left and the right agree, there is now only one option you could ever vote for. So that's one problematic thing with that. But the other thing is that the things that people associate with the left or the right now, I mean, they're evolving and changing, and they are becoming, I think, less and less actually political. So if you are on the right in America, I mean, people will probably assume that, or some people will assume that you don't like gay people, or maybe don't want gay people to get married. And if you're on the left, then people might infer your opinions on abortion from that, or stuff like that, which is, to me, I mean, sure, those are probably important things to discuss and talk about, but I mean, in terms of left and right politics, I think for me that always came down to more things like taxation, for example. Like, my perspective on left versus right, or socialist versus capitalist, was always, okay, you either believe that a deregulated free market leads to more prosperity on a society-wide level because an inhibited free market leads to more opportunities, more innovation, and a stronger economy. That means that you can employ more people, you can pay them better. There are all these new products and innovations that they can consume to their benefit. And the more left-leaning socialist perspective is more that there will inevitably in society be disenfranchised people who are at like just a massive disadvantage through no fault of their own. And so we need to have higher taxes so that we have robust systems in place to take care of them. And so I think there are profound truths to both of those perspectives, and they're both very, very necessary. And so probably a healthy thing to have is a political system where those two perspectives are in dialogue with one another, and one is constantly trying to temper and check the other, because we know that both of them, when taken to an extreme, lead to a very, very problematic reality, right? So yeah, people talk about politics, but it's difficult for me to follow along, because people just start, it's just piss takes, and they start talking about like non-political issues, how you feel about fucking cocks and vaginas and titties, and then the systemic corruption is sort of hiding, I think, behind a smokescreen of all of that, and remains there in the background. I think if you are somebody who's benefiting from a corrupt political system, you're kind of happy for people to focus their entire dialogue around modern politics on, stuff like sexuality and race, because then they're never going to ask important questions about, larger systemic or actually political issues. It's weird to me when somebody brings up like, homosexuality or transsexuality, and then somebody's like, well, let's not talk politics. I'm like, is that... I'm not saying it's not like important or whatever, but is it really politics? Not by my definition, but maybe I'm just fucking undereducated. I don't know. I think I missed something in this area, which is why I'm back here. I think I even know what it is. There's some of those chain statues in the start of the area that I didn't break because I didn't know you could. See, there's a chain dangling right there. Oh, here it is. No? Oh, it worked. I was right. Hell yeah. It's totally going to be a boss. Grievance ascends. Does it? Because I'm going to descend into Grievance. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Lies of P DLC, John. Definitely, I'm very excited about it. Lies of P is one of my favorite games in recent years. I had a blast playing that game. I'm a leftist only because I want more woke stuff in video games. So you are a troll. Hey, good shit. Mask off, huh? Hey, me too, dude. Me too. I want to play, like, when I go down the staircase here in Blasphemous, I want a giant muscly blue bull woman to walk up to me and go, your hat is problematic. Your hat is problematic, and I identify as such and such. Because then I'm gonna get even more immersed and invested in the world of this game. And I'm probably gonna get better at parrying. So that'll be fantastic. Damn. Not Blasphemous is really good so far, but there's not enough more lecturing about, you know, how I should feel about post-surgery vaginas and stuff. Hopefully that's you know, gonna show up before the end game. Otherwise, I might have to refund this. Can you parry projectiles? I've tried a couple of times and it hasn't happened, but there has been some projectiles that you can hit with the sword. Politics, pee pee poo poo. Hey, don't write pee pee in my chat, dude. That's problematic. Somebody cancel Kyle Fields. Can we get in touch with his employer? I don't feel like this this person should have a job right now. I don't feel like Kyle should have a job. Somebody call his employer. Or employees, you bigot. Oh man. True. Maybe Kyle identifies as an employer. I didn't think about that. Damn. Hey, somebody cancel me too while you're at it. And maybe get in touch with Namco so I can get banned from some tournaments. Somebody please make sure I get banned from Tekken tournaments because I really don't want to go. Next stream's religious takes? Yeah. I'll just stay out of politics because they're gonna say I'm doing. Hey, that's exactly my point, you know. Oshka Moshka. Okay, so you're a person who like wants woke stuff in video games. I'm a person who probably doesn't, but my main thing, just like you, is this is fucking boring to talk about, and I'm just gonna stay out of it because people are just throwing shit at each other. Fucking nothing happens and no progress is made, and it's just kind of embarrassing. So I've clocked out completely, which is great because like same perspective I have on Tekken now. If you just take a step to the side and you appreciate the ridiculousness of the situation, it becomes comical, which is great because I think laughing is like universally good. You know, it's the last thing that leaves you. I've said this before. In shitty Hollywood movies, they always talk about hope being the last thing that leaves you, but I think it's actually laughter because you can stand staring at the apocalypse and the complete destruction of everything in the fucking universe, unimaginable pain, the death of every living thing in existence, and appreciate how ridiculous it is, and laugh in defiance at it, you know? I think, yeah. Laughter is powerful. He's a Mormon who soaks? That's just because you saw me soaking in your mom, dude. Let's be honest, she was soaked before I even started, but you know. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. We're in a new like sewer area. Feels good. Political news when something funny happens, yeah, and then you might as well just, you know, read the Onion article. You can read the joke Onion article and like infer from that exactly what actually happened. From the joke take on it. Have you ever seen a painting called The Triumph of Death? I don't know. I'll Google it though, Kato. I'll Google it. Thank you for watching the stream today. I so glad I bought Blasphemous. I got a little bit butthurt about losing to that mini boss, but we're not going to talk about that anymore. This game is really good. It's hard enough. I want it to be a little bit harder than it is, but that's probably going to happen, inevitably. And the really good thing is that Blasphemous 2 is apparently like this, but like even better. So there's oh, the Discord link. Okay, wait. I'm actually gonna do that. I always say I'm gonna like drop a Discord link and then I never do. Let's see here. How do we do that? Oh god, I hate when I have to like know how to do stuff. Invite people. Invite link. Generate a new link. Where's my invite link though? Search for friends. Or send a server invite link to a friend. Hidden. Use copy button. Okay. So now I have a link copied. Now I just have to go to my own chat. VPN for Discord. Is it not allowed where you are? Your name sounds slightly Russian. Are you Russian? Can you not get Discord in Russia? Hidden. Use copy button. It said to use the copy. It's what I did. I used the copy button. Stop lying. Copied. Okay. It's not. It says copied and then. Copied. And then I control V in the chat and it doesn't work. Playing The Last of Us 2? No. No. Story-driven game about the challenges of fucking surviving and being a person and having feelings about it? No. No. No, I'd rather drag my dick over a cheese grater, dude. Just DM the link. But how do I DM people? You can't DM people on YouTube, can you? Post in the description of the video. Hey, that's not a bad idea. How do I, I never leave stuff in the descriptions of my videos. How do I do that? It still just says hidden use copy button. It still says use copy button, which I am doing. It's like lying to me. I can't get a link from it. A virtual button to copy with. Yeah, that's what I'm hitting. And it's not working. I'm going to Google hidden use copy button. Do you have streamer mode on? Streamer mode on? Why would I have streamer mode on? I'm not a streamer. Oh, right. Never mind. Hey, it worked! Hey, you guys, look in the chat now. Never mind. Look in the description of this video. Okay, so there's now a link to the Discord in the description of this video. So you can join if you want. Don't post too many anime boobies, though. I don't want to get canceled by Namco. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I don't see the link. It's probably going to show up in a little bit. Maybe I'll drop it in the chat as well, just for good measuronis. Maybe I'll. There you go. It's in the chat now. Damn, I'm so good with technology. It's ridiculous. I solved that really quickly. You guys must be moist and hard. Huge success. I'm making a note here. I joined. Good shit. Hey, I'll see you guys next time I stream this game. Don't do anything bad. Why is there an adult channel? Is there an adult channel on my Discord? That's funny. What have you guys been posting? I think it's just Flag does that so that people, because people write, you know, fucking asshole and stuff like that. But there's no there is no porn or anything on the Discord. At least not as far as I know. There's an art section. I think some people have drawn art of me like hugging Bob and the main man and stuff. The bar. Yeah, the bar is just like the main channel, I think. And I think it's just because people use swear words. I think that's it. It's just a profanity thing. But, you know, I don't have a problem with profanity. Maybe I should remove that filter. But, you know, if there are underage people who don't want to look at the word smegma being written in a chat, maybe they shouldn't, you know, be in here. That makes it sound like that's what it's about, which it isn't. Damn, I shouldn't have shared the link. Now now you guys are going to post weird stuff and we're going to get canceled by Namco. And I won't be able to go to all the sick tournaments where they sell the noodle ads. Anyway. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching. First they came for Big Nose. Well, you know. I don't think I've ever said anything racist, but who knows? I mean, I haven't, but people interpret things, you know. Don't worry. You guys don't have to worry. There aren't going to be problematic messages surfacing or whatever of me like trying to meet 16-year-olds at a Smash tournament. But honestly, that happens so much with streamers and YouTubers, especially ones that are like considered, loved and trustworthy and stuff. You probably shouldn't trust anybody. assume the worst. You're probably going to be right when it comes to people. That's my optimistic perspective. Now I'm going to go make lunch, though. Guilty Gear Strive, yeah. I mean, I heard it's similar to the Smash Brothers community. Shambolic, yeah. I'm glad that Mike Hollow is doing so well now. And he's young, he's got the energy, he's posting a lot, he's talking a lot. It's another like good honest voice out there talking about Tekken. That's good. All right. See you next